Writing skills. Letter writing. Definition. A letter is a message that can be sent to a relative, friend or an official. It is essentially a communication through pen, paper and ink that reaches the addressee via postal system. Types of letters. There are two types of letters. Informal letters. An informal letter is a letter written to members of one's family and friends. It is written in a friendly and personal tone. Contractions like his, your, etc. can be used in this type of letter. Informal letters include all types of social letters and notes of invitations. Formal letters. A formal letter is written to obtain or give information about business, school, employment, etc. Its language should be clear and to the point. Formal letters include business letters, official letters, job applications, letters to editors of newspapers, etc. Parts of a letter. A letter has four main parts. 1. Beginning. 2. Salutation. 3. Body. 4. Ending. Beginning. In this part, the letter includes the writer's address and also the date of writing the letter. But in business letters, it includes the reference number of the letters as well. It is put on the extreme left on top. B18, Green Park, New Delhi 15th December. Salutation. In this part, the letter includes formal words used to address the person to whom the letter is written. The words are written according to the writer's relationship with the addressee. They are written on the extreme left below the beginning. 1. To friends. Dear Hannah, Dear Jessica, etc. 2. To relatives. Dear Mother, Dear Father, etc. 3. To acquaintances. My dear Emma, Dear Mr. Smith, etc. 4. To strangers. Sir, Dear Sir, Dear Madam, etc. Body. In this part, the letter contains the message that the writer wants to convey. It is written at the extreme left just below the salutation. Dear Father, I received your letter yesterday. And ending. In this part, the letter contains the final leave-taking words of the writer and his/her signature. A. Yours sincerely. B. Yours faithfully. C. Yours truly. D. Yours affectionately. E. Yours obediently. F. Your loving son. Specimen of informal letter. Letter to your cousin asking him to join you on a trip to a hill station. 43. Harshnagar, Kanpur 2,08,014. The 22nd of October. Dear James, I hope you are well and in good spirits. How did your first quarterly exams go? You must have done well, as usual. James, some friends and I are planning a 3-day trip to a hill station next month around the 9th of November. We'll use the weekend and a Monday for our tour. I want you to join us on this trip and enjoy this exciting holiday with us. It'll be fun in this festive season to visit the hills in good and clear weather. Let me know about your decision by return post. Convey my love and regards to Uncle, Auntie and little Minnie. Yours affectionately, Adam. Specimen of a formal letter. Write a letter to the publisher whom you had ordered a set of storybooks by VPP almost a month ago. You have still not received the same and wish to bring the matter to the publisher's notice. 23. Shalimar Bagh, New Delhi, the 12th of October. Managing Director, Alpha Publications, New Delhi 1,10,088. Sub, Non-Receipt of Order, VPP. Dear Sir, This is to bring to your kind notice that an order for a set of storybooks, cat. Number 12B, placed with you. YD my letter dated 10 September has not yet been delivered to me. Please look into the matter, and if any other better mode of payment than VPP would be suitable to you, let me know immediately. Expecting a prompt response. Yours sincerely, James Smith. Essay writing. Definition. An essay is a written composition which gives expression to one's own personal ideas. It can give information on any given subject. Kinds of essays. 1. Descriptive essays. A descriptive essay describes specific places, persons and things. 2. Narrative essays. A narrative essay narrates events, visits, journeys, spots, events, stories, legends and biographies. 3. Reflective essays. A reflective essay deals with abstract concepts like habits, feelings, social topics, qualities, etc. 4. Imaginative essays. An imaginative essay deals with wishes, life stories of things, adventures of some animal or human, etc. An essay should be organized as follows. 1. An essay should have an introduction. 2. The body of the essay should include supporting paragraphs. 3. It should have a conclusion. Descriptive essay. Land of the Gods, Uttarakhand. In the lower and middle Himalayas, abutting Nepal and China on its eastern borders, lies the Indian state of Uttarakhand. The state is divided into two administrative divisions, Garhwal and Kumaon. Kumaon was ruled by the Shah dynasty till the British annexed the territories after the Anglo-Nepalese War, also known as the Gorkha War, in the early 19th century. The British found the natural splendor and strategic location of Kumaon enchanting and useful. They developed a string of picturesque summer retreats here and built roads, dams, barrages, rest houses, sanatoriums, etc., in the region. Later, after independence, these hill stations and towns saw an influx of migrants, mostly rich people seeking a sort of heaven for themselves. Land prices rocketed, business flourished, population and congestion increased, and these attractive, little spots became bustling hubs of tourism, local trade, education and a host of cottage and small-scale industries. Large-scale industries are being promoted in certain non-hilly regions of the state like Dehradun, Haridwar, Pantnagar, Khatima and Rudrapur. Nainital, Mussoorie, Almora and Ranikhet have some of the best schools in the country. Dehradun boasts of the famed Indian Military Academy, IMA, the Forest Research Institute, FRI, and also the Avadia Institute of Himalayan Geology. The sylvan environs of Garhwal lured such a renowned literature as Ruskin Bond into residing permanently at Mussoorie. Stephen Alter, the noted travel writer and social activist, made these hills his home, as did Tom Alter, his actor son. The region's popularity as a tourist and investment destination lies in its proximity to New Delhi, India's capital city, which is only 300 kilometers away. Lush green hills, magnificent lakes, simple but sumptuous cuisine, stepped cultivation, luscious locally grown fruits, beekeeping and honey production are some geocultural and economic features of the region which set it apart from other parts of the country. Add to this, a rich and varied cultural legacy, folk music, folk dance and a rich dialect, Kumaoni, Garhwali. You have the recipe for a land and its people which earned it the sobriquet, land of the imaginative essay. A borderless world. The concept of the world being a global village is a much discussed one in recent times. With the advent of new technologies in communication, transport, electronic computing and internet, distances have already vanished and national borders have blurred. Is the idea of the world as a single political, cultural, religious and economic entity, a single global nation, to be realized in the near future. Is this concept logically possible and acceptable to the people of the many countries that exist today as independent, sovereign, and fiercely protective lands? What if such a grand fusion does happen in the near future? The scenario then would be something like this. The world will have a single currency, no currency conversion, no trade hassles, no product dumping. In other words, nobody would be saddled with surpluses and none would live in want. Technology would be available to all, that is, people in remote Malawi will have access to the same technical, medical, educational and nutritional resources that the United States has today. Wars will automatically end. Reason: there will be no enemy country any longer. As a result, all resources and efforts currently being funneled into defense establishments would be used for the welfare of the world's citizens. Travel restrictions, visa requirements, green and sundry cards would not be needed. One would go to the nearest airport, buy a flight ticket and hop onto a flight to reach any place in the world. A global nation would also ensure an end to cultural, communal and religious intolerance so rife today. Just imagine the many benefits that a world nation would give its citizens. Think of the progress we the citizens of the earth will make, only if the boundaries of about 200 countries dissolve to have one global name and flag. Message writing. A message is a brief note written to family members, friends and acquaintances to inform/intimate about important and urgent commitments or requirements. Messages are more relevant when telephonic conversation is not possible. Points to know. 1. A message should be brief and clear. 2. Only the necessary points should be added. 3. Unnecessary matter should be avoided. 4. Write the date, time and name of the person for whom the message is written. 5. Put your name at the end of message. Sample message 1. You need to attend the birthday party of your classmate who stays in an adjacent colony. You leave a message for your mother as she is not at home at that time. The 28th of January, 7 p.m. Mom, I am going to Jack's house to attend his birthday party about which I told you this morning. Please ask Dad to pick me up around 9 o'clock. Sam. Sample message 2. You have received intimation from your uncle about his arrival in your town by a certain train on a certain date. As you are leaving for your NCC camp and you cannot contact your father, you leave a message for him. Write the message, inventing such details as may be required. October 13th, 11 a.m. Dear Father, Kapoor uncle called up from Kanpur. He's arriving on October 15th by Intercity Express. He's asked you to receive him at the Agra Fort railway station. I am leaving for my NCC camp and will be back on the 17th. Uday. Notice writing. Definition. A notice is a brief written copy meant to convey important information to people. Main features of notice writing are: 1. A notice should have a heading. 2. It should be short and brief. 3. It should include the date when it is issued. 4. It should be written in a simple and clear language, giving all necessary information. 5. The name of the organization/person issuing the notice should be included. 6. It should be written in the third person. Format of a notice. Notice. Less than name of the institution greater than. Less than date of issue greater than. Less than matter greater than. Person in charge. Less than signature greater than. Less than name greater than. Less than designation greater than. For example, Write a notice for your school notice board informing students about the science exhibition being organized in the school on a particular day. Also, invite the interested students to present their exhibits, models, etc., to the science teacher before a certain date. These will be considered for display in the exhibition. Mention prizes, etc. that will be given to the best entries. You are Sam D'Souza, the head boy of Modern Public School, Jaipur. Notice: Modern Public School, Jaipur. Science exhibition. The 21st of October. All the students are hereby informed that a science exhibition is being held in the school assembly hall on November 15th, from 10 a.m. onwards. Students interested in displaying their science models, charts, posters, etc., can present their entries to their respective science teachers latest by 10th November. The selected entries will be duly displayed in the exhibition and the best entry will win a reward of 2,000. Sam D'Souza, head boy. Picture composition. A picture can give you many ideas, fire your imagination and be a source of inspiration to you. They say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. We can have ideas viewing a picture and frame a story depicted by them. While describing the picture, we can go around and beyond the picture and write any kind of essay, narrative or descriptive, using the picture as a source. Composition. Let us try writing compositions based on pictures. 1. A small boy is about to fall from the edge of the rooftop of his house. People gathered below are discussing about how to save him. Write a composition on how kite flying from rooftops can be dangerous for children, and the precautions to be taken to avoid such mishaps. Your composition must comprise at least 3 paragraphs. Accidents can happen anytime, anywhere, with anybody. But most accidents are perfectly avoidable with a bit of common sense and precaution. The visual above shows a little boy, flying a kite, is about to slip off the edge of the rooftop of his house, a terrifying sight, as the fall may be fatal for the child. How have things come to such a pass? Firstly, the family, especially the parents, are to blame for being so careless as to allow a little boy on the roof, unescorted by an adult. Secondly, kite flying must be allowed only on open grounds near the house. It is much safer. Thirdly, all roofs should have at least 4 feet high walls skirting the terrace, to prevent such mishaps. Even adults can fall off in certain circumstances. One's house should be designed with safety and comfort being the prime factors in mind. At least, one's home should be a safe place. When roads, factories, rail and certain occupations are hazardous enough these days. Never leave children unescorted, they are precious to you.